Welcome to the MES e-learning channel. I have written this particular book called 31 PAR Techniques, Impeccable Methodologies that will take you to the zenith of this career. These particular techniques, methodologies have always worked earlier in the past. It is working today and it will work in the future. My friends, as an author, I have worked for around 1,000 hours or so. I have read about 250 business books. I have gone through the articles, videos of great men and women across the globe, practiced some of the concepts to build a growth mindset. The benefits which has accrued to me is of immense value due to the learning and practicing these concepts consistently, whether you feel like doing it or not, has really developed me as one of the finest professionals. Maybe some of the techniques which I would like to put it across to my dear friends, dear professional corporate friends, and also to the engineering and management graduates. Maybe you would just love this video. The first technique I would just try to explain to you in a nutshell. It is called the Murphy Law Explained. It is a general law of attraction. Things will just go wrong. Things will just go wrong all the time, every time. But that does not mean that you stop planning. That's very important. You need to plan all the time. You need to take initiative, need to be positive to get your planning right. This is what is called Murphy Law. Life will always surprise you by one way or the other. You need to be extremely positive. And one thing which I would like to say is expect the unexpected. Maybe I could give you some good examples also. Maybe you want to give a presentation. You want to give a presentation in a meeting of around 20-25 corporate professionals. Okay. Now your laptop is fine. You take that laptop and you put it across in the meeting. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. So now having a laptop which doesn't work should not surprise you. You need to come out with something else. So if you're planning to have a decorative lights for your maybe celebration, for your Diwali festival, maybe the last minute you think that it would, the decorative lights will show off, but sometimes it doesn't. These are some of the things. Maybe one more example which will, just open up the minds of Murphy Law. What is that? This particular thing, maybe you are standing in the toll line and you want to pay the money. One particular line maybe which is near you, it's just, all the vehicles are just going by and you are stuck. And you feel that in that line I should have been there. But it's always there. You always feel that the other line, other people always get the benefit. It is not so. This is called Murphy Law. Maybe the second one is practice the rule of 5. This is a very interesting concept. It is also called the rule of thumb technique. What is the rule of thumb technique? What 5 things which you can do in your department or in your office, which, 5 things which you can do in your department daily to reach that coveted goal. Maybe I'll just put it across. I am an author. I want to complete a book maybe in 6 months, in 1 year, or in 2 years. Maybe the number one thing is persistence and consistency. You need to be consistent whether you feel like doing it or not. Okay. You want to be a writer, you want to be a speaker, you want to be a dancer, or you want to be an athlete. In all these areas, you need to practice this consistency. Maybe if you want to be an author, you need to read maybe at least one blog each day. You need to write at least some few pages. You need to interact with people who are much better than you. And if you keep doing this day after day, and maybe continuously for year after year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 30 years, one day you will end up writing 54,750 pages, and that will culminate into 180 books of approximately 300 pages each. That is the way the successful people have reached their coveted goal. This is the methodology number 2. Maybe I would just discuss the methodology number 3. This is a brilliant technique. I think all the students, all the management graduates, and even the corporates, they need to adhere to this particular mirror technique. It is a self-introspection technique. What does it actually mean? The mirror technique is a representation of how you really appear before people and how you actually need to be at work and at home. See, you need to be comfortable. You need to be comfortable with yourself. You need to be pleasant. You need to be engaging with your audience, etc. So you need to practice before a full-sized mirror, and you need to handle your emotions, expressions, reactions on a day-to-day basis. Tune in the feelings, the kind of emotion which you want to exhibit. If you are a teacher, you need to exhibit those emotions. You need to not only teach, but you need to engage and build the competencies of the students. And if you can do that on a regular basis, you will be one of the finest professional in your area. Okay. See, in other words, it is a display of your energy, enthusiasm, positivity, magnetism, connect, which you portray every minute before your business representatives and family members. This is a brilliant technique, and dear students, in case if you want to master these techniques, maybe each day you stand in front of the mirror and maybe just speak out at least 5 lines, 10 lines, 15 lines, and have a beautiful personality, so that you really show that you are exhibiting magnetism and positivity. We are coming to the 4th, confidence and competence model. This is one of the most brilliant concept or a methodology which I think the professionals need to really understand. It falls under the self-development. If you think you can do it, it is confidence. If you do it, it is called competence. Confidence is all about believing yourself. Confidence is the display of that belief. Understand and develop both these attributes at your workplace, and you will reach to the pinnacle of success. Confidence is not a personality trait. Taking action is the key. Confidence is a skill. Confidence is situational. Confidence begins with taking concerted action at all times. What are the achievement gradients? I think we all have to achieve. We all have to execute. We all have to be result oriented. And in case if we have to achieve, it can come only when you are confident coupled with confidence. I'll give you one example which would indicate that a person who is confident can be competent also. Okay. So maybe an example is, out of the 20 expected men who came to meet and propose a prospective bride, 19 of them came with a rose flower to the bride. But the 20th man who came, he came with a wedding ring. This is what I call confidence. So I think we need to have confidence and competence in right proportions for our career or business. The last one which I would like to discuss is one of the brilliant concept. It is called 5 seconds rule. This is a self-management technique, and it is coined by Mel Robbins, who is one of the finest speaker, author, and writer from the United States of America. Okay. Now, it is a simple decision-making tool. It's a very simple decision-making tool. It's a very practical one, and it can be used by any one person. It can change the mental makeup and behavior of the person completely. I'll just put it in a very, very simple and lucid language. Maybe I have decided to speak. I've decided to speak maybe for about 20 minutes before maybe an elite audience. And when I have decided to speak, maybe there is somewhere, there is some kind of a fear, and I feel that I may not be in a position to speak in front of 20, 25 elite professionals. So what my mind does is, it undermines and it says that you can never do it, you have never done it in the past, and it kills the idea and you don't go ahead doing it. This is 5 seconds rule. Mel Robbins says, if you have decided anything, you need to move within 5 seconds of making that crucial decision, whether you feel like doing it or not. If for some reason you don't act within 5 seconds, that means your brain will undermine and kill that particular idea. And you know what she has said is, I think very beautifully she has said, when you feel hesitant before doing something that you know that you should do or must do, you should do one thing. Maybe within 5 seconds, say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and just move towards taking actions. So in other words, it is moving from I don't want to do it to I just went ahead and I have done it. So that's it. Thank you very much.